Hey guys, hey Paper Holland.
How's it going?
Hello.
It's going awesome. I'm really excited that you guys are here, and you're both joining me from like different places. Where are you?
I'm in Milwaukee.
I'm in Minneapolis.
Yes, that's so cool. It's so cool that
We're
you guys
representing Milwaukee.
representing. Yes, Milwaukee. I
The
see
reverse
it.
is throwing me off.
Oh my goodness. I know it's backwards. Everything is backwards, upside down land. Well, thanks so much for joining me, Paper Holland, Andy, Joe. It's so exciting to have you here. I also want to say, because I know, Joe, you were in Minneapolis when these protests were happening. I have to ask, like, what was that like?
It's been incredible. It's been really powerful being here for the past 4 months. From night one until now. I was thinking about this just before I took a nap before this, full disclosure, and I was thinking about how I would explain to someone how much the world has changed in the past 4 months if they had just woken up from sleeping for 4 months, and it's impossible to relay to anyone how much has happened, what happens every day, and keeping up with the news. But being in a city, being in Minneapolis specifically during all of this has been just unforgettable and life-changing. And there's so many incredible organizations here and individuals and community members who are just committed to changing this city, and you can really feel that throughout this city. And I feel privileged to be here and to have gotten to experience this during all this.
And I've watched you guys. You guys have been huge advocates for the community, wherever you might be. So you've been playing shows to help venues, and as a full group, adapting in creative ways to keep being engaged with this music community here in Milwaukee and around. But it's so cool. You are all separate, but you're still able to do this together. So how has this experience in this quarantine time been for you? What's the good? What's the bad? What's everything in between for both of you?
Do you want to go first?
It's been cool keeping up with each other with technology. We've been sending songs back and forth, and it's been a different creative process for us, but that's been really cool. And yeah, just all of this has been an adjustment for everyone, but it's really, I think a lot of us are learning how to check in better with our friends. And I think it's this weird, like, a lot of things have slowed down and stopped happening, but then there's also this turbulence. But it puts in perspective, like, who's important to you, what's important. And like, I realized after like a couple of months of quarantine, like, if I haven't heard from someone yet, like, not like we're not friends, but like, this is all just given a different perspective to everything, really. And yeah, I think we were supposed to play Washington Park Wednesday yesterday, and I saw that Vincent Van Gray did like a ride thing for like the back of like a mobile show, and it's super cool to see the way that people are adjusting to this. And yeah, it's been cool.
What about you, Andy?
I wouldn't say it's been cool on the whole. No, it's been interesting. Like Joe said, we've been sending songs back and forth, sort of operating like the Postal Service. Just like, here's an idea I'm working on, add something to it and send it back. And yeah, we're working on new music. So it's been an interesting challenge, but that's a good side of it, that we get to try things a new way. The bad side is that we haven't all seen each other since March. And I miss all those guys, and writing with them is great. We don't have, Joe and I both play guitar. We don't have our rhythm section or horns with us when, throwing in ideas. So it's kind of, you don't have that instant gratification of writing with a band where it's like, oh, I love that, do more of that. And it's like, you got to wait like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Well, so, I know it's like challenging in that respect, because you can't be together. It's not immediate. You can't be like, hey, tone check, do this or whatever. Like, I want to hear a little bit of this. What is the driving force though that keeps you active and keeps you going?
Music is something that it's always going to be a thing for me, and having more time in a lot of ways to dedicate myself to it has been, that part's been cool. It has not all been cool. I want I want to clarify that.
Throw an asterisk.
Yeah, but it's been a different creative process, but it's still really cool to be able to have the technology and to be able to send music back and forth to each other, and just see what everyone comes up with. And it's kind of it's a little different because it's more of a mystery this way. I have no idea, like I'm not in the room with Andy when he's first hearing whatever it is we're working on. And yeah, so when they send that back and I listen to the first time, it's like, oh, all right, okay, Sean, okay.
It's like Christmas. You open the package and here's your musical creation.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think of it, because we have to look at positive things in this too. And it opens up this idea that, you know, if you can collaborate together this way, there are more collaborations that you can do with other people around and bring them in, which is kind of what I want to talk to you guys about, because you're great collaborators. I've watched you guys do this. Your last release, Galapagos, brought some incredible sounds of summer. And the following project, Galapagos, getting Milwaukee musicians to cover the tracks was an incredible feat. And I'm sad I wasn't there to witness it, but I love those tracks. And it just proves you're ambitious in your work and incredible collaborators. So do you have any new projects on the horizon you can tell us about?
Well, like I said, we are working on new music for ourselves, a new release of some sort. And we've got some other things in the works. I don't know if they're quite ready to share with everyone yet, but we're poking around with a few more collaborations. So
Are you guys working
heard.
on like a new record or like a new EP, or is it just, or you know, I'm going to tease you, but you don't have to tell me.
I think we'd love to be able to make an announcement. I don't think we're there yet, but
that's okay.
We're definitely still working on it. Yeah, we're not stopping. So yeah, there will be something. Admittedly, it's sometimes we work slow. That may be an understatement, but yeah, there's something coming down the pipeline. Is that what they say? Is that?
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Now I'm wondering if that's a Midwest saying, because I say that all the time. Like, what's coming down the pipeline? Maybe, I don't know. I love it. You got it perfect.
It feels very blue collar.
Yeah. So so I really enjoyed your quarantine music video for Back to the Sea, showcasing what you guys have been doing during this time of social distancing. And you have another one in store that we're going to premiere here for Slouches. Tell us a bit about this song, because for me, it feels relevant for the time.
The song is mostly about feeling like you have infinite amount of time and then it's gone, and then you realize that you really need to value the time that you have. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
And the video itself has nothing to do with that. No,
doesn't it though?
No, it does. Yeah, I think we knew we wanted to enlist 8-Bit Milwaukee, and once we had him on board, we knew that there would be this like Game Boy camera like vision in it, and so from there we just like came up with a robot. I built a robot out of DIY supplies from Home Depot, and you can, yeah, and it looks exactly like what it sounds like.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Like me building a robot from Home Depot.
We're going to play that in just a minute, but before we play the song, for our listeners out there, how can they support you?
They can support us by donating to Black Lives Matter. If they want to support us directly, they can find us on Bandcamp and Spotify and YouTube.